Welcome and good morning to this edition of Coffee with Cancer. I'm your host, Dennis, from KCMD, Kicking Cancer Metal Detecting. Good morning, Mark Lewis. Good morning, Felipe. And good morning, Cynthia. Welcome, you guys. I'm glad to see you all here. And yes, the Joan Bandit, Felipe, you are first today. When Plugs for Days shows up and says first, y'all have my permission to put him in his place. Set him straight. So for some of you, you may notice that the orientation of the van is a little bit different. I'm able to sit in my comfortable chair, and my head is not all the way to the ceiling. And that's because I did a little renovation in the van over the weekend. And I added a chest of drawers that goes from the bed to the back of the driver's seat, which allowed me a place to put all of my clothing and crap. Good morning, Plugs. You're late. Welcome to the show. So the van has taken a bit of I did a little bit of retrofitting in here. And I'm quite happy with it. I've got a lot more space. I am going to do some additional remodeling in here over the winter season, including removing the passenger seat to create a storage area in that space, and putting cabinets over top of my now installed dresser top. Give you guys a little look. Plugs, I think you and Cynthia have already seen this, but so now I have this big countertop here, 6 drawers. I can sit in my chair. It opens up the van so much more by doing this than what I had previously had, which was this chair that I'm sitting on, used as a laundry basket. So, Plugs, you haven't missed too much yet. Hang in there. I'm sure you'll miss something. So, how was everybody's weekend? What did you do? What did you do that was inspiring and fun? What went on over the weekend? And we know Tommy from River Sticks got his batteries. Oh, there he is. Tommy's here from River Sticks Outdoors. Tommy got his batteries, so he was working on that. That's right, Mark Lewis. It is roomy in here now. It's much more comfortable to be in a space that you can keep clean and organized, as opposed to a place where you're just throwing crap everywhere. Mark Lewis hunted a box of pennies over the weekend. Tommy says he loves what I've done with the place. Well, Tommy actually saw my van. Tommy saw my van at Christmas, and I can tell you it was pretty brutal. Pretty brutal stuff. Throw the link up there if anybody wants to pop up. Cynthia says she froze her butt off this weekend. I'm going to tell you what, Cynthia. I'm still cold. It is chilly willy here. I won't be putting on my Speedo anytime soon. It is just too cold. And Florida's supposed to be warm and cozy and comfortable and all that kind of stuff. But instead, It's chilly willy here. Um, and because you're further north, I'm sure it was even more chilly. It's chilly up there. Holy moly! She said it's only 38 degrees. Well, we're a little warmer than that. Um, oh, nice.
Slash fan joined.
Uh, Felipe, congratulations. Finally tested negative for COVID. Will do my 5th chemo treatment of 6. Very happy about that, man. I'm happy to hear that. Congratulations, and you're in our prayers, man. Hang in there. Oh, oh, there's nothing but an eye there. Holy moly! Wow. Hey, that's crazy. Wow. Felipe tested negative for COVID, and he's going for his 5th chemo treatment of 6.
Oh, congrats, man! And
yeah. Oh, check it out. And Mark Lewis is 40 years. It's 40. He's not 40 years old. I still can't see worth a dang, but it's in the 40s. It's been like that for about 3 weeks. Well, I'll tell you what, 40s is just too cold for me. Was that?
Ooh, it's cold here.
Yeah, what's the temperature up there?
I don't know. Cold.
Cold. It's 55 here this morning. Feels like 52.
Probably, I don't know. It's probably 55 here. It's probably the same. I was out. I fed Jeff's animals this morning, and it wasn't too bad. But
gotcha. Oh, I have to do the affirmation. Hang on a second. I forgot the affirmation. I saved it out so I wouldn't forget.
No, Cynthia. I'm gonna see what happens. It takes me a long time for it to fill in, but I'm gonna let it go for a minute just to see what happens.
Oh yeah, dude. No, you need to shave that thing off. I mean, you're getting that porn stash look.
Oh my god.
Hang on a minute, Tommy. I'm going to hide you in the background so I can do the affirmation. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, the affirmation for today. My obstacles are moving out of my way. My path is carved towards greatness. Good morning, Mark Davis. Hey, Mark, check out my... did you see my new camper look? See Mark Davis? It warmed up to 29 today, Mark says. Check this out, Mark. I added and rearranged the van so that I have a more roomy, comfortable place to enjoy and travel. You saw my van in New York. It was pretty messy. Well, I have room to walk around in here now. It's fantastic. Here comes Tommy back up. There he is, Mr. Tommy. Thank you. Had to get the affirmation in there, and Tess is sleeping again.
Oh yeah. I'll make my coffee.
Oh, make your coffee, man. I haven't made coffee yet because I've got to wash my cups out.
Yeah.
And I just haven't gotten around to it. It rained so hard here yesterday, man. I had to back into my space, and then I had to get out to plug up, and it was pouring rain. So my jeans are hanging right here off from to dry them out. I was completely dripped and soaking. It was terrible. Which means I didn't get out to wash my coffee cup.
Okay. Can I ask your audience a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm curious to everybody in here. Let me move my phone and everything back here a little bit. Oh, I don't need to be highlighted. It's just a question. I'm not showing anything. Has anybody in here ever used or done from either end of the deal? Has anybody had DoorDash? Has anybody ever used DoorDash or driven for DoorDash?
I've heard of DoorDash. I've never used it. Is that for delivering groceries or is that for delivering food?
Food.
Like hot food. Okay. Um, Cynthia says no.
I'm gonna grab my coffee. The
Yeah,
grass. I'm still hearing everything. My phone's just sitting there.
yeah, yeah. Mark Lewis says no. Yeah, Mark Davis. More room to put the stuff I find metal detecting. Exactly.
Yeah, more junk to clutter.
More junk to clutter. I've actually I just bought an area rug to go on the floor that will help me to keep the area clean. And then I've got a couple of heavier floor mats, and I have a heavy mat that's going to go outside, so I can maybe stop tracking in so much sand.
What did that say? More. Somebody had
More
something.
room.
They retracted it. Said something about delivering. Something about Reno.
Oh, let me see. Felipe says no. Mark Lewis says no, and Cynthia says no. And I didn't see anything else.
I saw something about Reno.
You
Oh.
know.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. So Cynthia put it back up.
Oh,
Well, so I was talking to Jeff this morning, and I also talked to Charlie this morning about it. Now, Charlie said his wife's sister in California does it.
yeah,
And I guess the way it's set up now, you don't even have to deal with the customer. So you may be at the mercy of the restaurant though. If you're like say supper time and
right,
they're behind, you may have to sit there for 10 or 15 minutes, whatever,
right.
But I guess you deliver it and you just set it at the door and leave. And I guess they track your phone, and when you've delivered, they text them or something, or you text them,
Okay.
Saying food's here. Mark says I don't use it, but it's popular here in Rhode Island. Okay, well, so I went ahead this morning and I registered because I bought that Yamaha,
Okay.
and I'm reading that a lot of people do it on their bikes and their scooters and on motorcycles.
Right. Right.
So I'm thinking 75 miles at a gallon, right? On
Yeah.
a bike that's been not changed since 1980. What is it? 84.
Right.
Do you know the very first Rambo movie was an XT250, same bike I've got. And then in 2013, they became fuel injected.
Okay.
So other than like that, they've not really changed anything. So I'm thinking about it, So I went ahead and I filled out everything and I registered, gave them my license, all my information. They do a background check, and in that background check, you can get a copy of it.
Right.
It has what's that list that people, that naughty list? They do every list, But then there's that one, that international one. What is it? The no fly and all that crap.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it's all in there.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I came back
So it's
clear.
it's
Yeah.
a thorough background.
Yeah.
I did the deliveries for Jimmy John's when I was in North Carolina.
Right.
I did it for my scooter. That I had a trunk on the back of it, and I would put the food and such inside of the trunk, and down the road I went.
Well, yeah, I would back and get the insulated bag. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not just the insulated bag. I had a trunk on the back of the bike that I put the insulated bag into.
Yeah.
So it secured it, and then I had mounted cup holders on both sides so I could put the drinks
Right.
and cup holders while I was going down the road. Now, in saying that, I enjoyed it. I made good money because I rode my bike and I got like crazy gas mileage. But there's a downside to doing that, and that is that most
They don't do
people.
taxes.
No, that's not it. Most people order food when the weather is crappy. So I rode that. I rode the bike in the rain. I rode the bike in the snow. I rode the bike in the cold. We won't have that snow per se here, but you might be riding in the rain. You
I
might be
don't mind,
riding when it's cold.
I don't mind wet.
Okay.
I I would put the enduro tires on it and take the knobbies off.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Um. So just weigh out the pros and cons is what I'm saying.
Well,
Um.
so when I did the registry though, and I filled out everything, I went on to see what was available in my area,
Yeah.
and I was blown away though because there was two available right now in Gainesville,
Okay.
and 4 or 5 in Ocala, but they were like $15 and $20 to me.
Right. Right.
To me,
Right.
I
Yeah.
mean, just imagine though being able to go on 3, 4 runs and make $50,
Right.
60.
Right.
That's
I mean, it's good money for what you're doing. It's good money, and it's probably better than it was when I did it because I did it back in the early '90s. And we pay more now. Okay,
right.
but they're giving you that price or that value because most people are doing that from their car. Where
Exactly.
it's more expensive to drive. Yeah.
That's
Good
my point
morning, Marty.
on the good weather days and just run a few. Being in my van, I can go anywhere in the country and do it. That's the thing.
Right. 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 Um, yeah, I mean, I think it's a great idea. It's a great way to make a little bit of cash, and
Thanks, Mark.
um,
Marty's nuts. Welcome.
yeah, Marty's nuts showed up.
I
Um,
appreciate the input, though, Mark. I do.
Mark Lewis, thank you for coming by. I'm happy that Mark Lewis noticed my lights in behind me are doing the flashy. I'm doing the different lights this morning. He's the only
Yeah,
one that said anything.
I know why you did it.
Why?
So you could be like Cynthia with her mood ring.
Have the mood band. Woo! Yeah. Holy moly.
You're
Um,
changing your moods. Yeah.
yeah. We can't pick on Cynthia today. Not during this show, but maybe this evening when I do another show, if I do another
Uh-oh.
show. Under the KCMD channel. I'm experimenting with lighting at nighttime. So
Read her comment.
she said, "Have a great day, Mark." Oh no! Wait a minute. Which is gray because I'm freezing right now. I
That's
don't
right.
have a gray.
Dramatic.
Uh,
Your disco ball.
yeah, you need a disco ball. Mark Davis, I'm telling you what, Mark Davis is facing some wicked cold weather up in New York State.
Not me, boy.
Um,
No way.
Here's the thing. All of my friends up north told me this winter was going to be so much better than last winter. And I should stay because the weather was going to be really nice. And they have had some I don't ever remember it being in the negative digits when I was a kid when I lived in New York State. I would have to say that this is not a warmer winter. It was warm to begin with, and when it's warm after December 1st, and you're having 60-degree days,
Yeah.
you better start bracing yourself because things are going sideways. Case in point.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I just was asking because I'm considering it for a a more, I don't, I wouldn't say it would be more lucrative because it wouldn't, but it would be more user friendly for being able to travel the different beaches and the different locations and do the different things and still put
Yeah,
put fuel in my tank.
yeah, absolutely. Because fuel in the tank here in today's prices, well, it's expensive. You know, I remember last year. Was it last year? Yeah, last year when I was going up north from Florida, not last year 21, but last year 20,
Yeah.
going up north. Um, I saw prices here in Florida at $2 or 2.01 a gallon when I left, and I saw 99 cents a gallon on the highway.
Mm.
And when I got to North Dinwiddie, Virginia, the prices were $1.35 a gallon. And up north, up in New York, prices for gas were in that $1.35 to $1.59.
What does Drone Bandit mean when he says my home zoo is driving me crazy? Is
I
he
would
talking?
guess it's kids.
I was going to say the people in his house. I'm assuming
Yeah, I would guess. Um, that
two
would
dogs,
make
a French bulldog, and a cat. Oh, and 20 what? 22.
holy crap! Wow,
Oh my gosh!
wow. That's a lot of zoo right there.
Wow!
Holy cow!
I got three dogs in a Pugsley.
Wow, and a Pugsley,
We all got a Pugsley.
and he has four boys at home.
Wow, dude.
Wow, that's crazy. I
I
don't
thought
think
20s or something. I don't know that I've seen him on anything.
who
Drone Bandit.
doing better. Oh, um, he says I'm the zookeeper. I'll bet. Holy moly! Wow. Cynthia says she has six cats. So what she's saying is she is the crazy cat lady, you know? Like the old woman in the shoe. Yeah.
Ooh, how
Ooh. Whoops. Dang it. We're not supposed to pick on Cynthia this morning.
she's just such a sweetheart.
Yeah, I just can't help myself. That's the problem.
I was
Um,
happy to hear that she's considering opening a channel. That would be so great.
oh, dude, when you told me that, that got me excited.
I
Like
would
more than
love
anything
for
else.
her.
Cynthia would be at 1,000 before anybody I know.
Oh
She'd
my
be there
gosh.
before me.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Cynthia, you are the most loved person on
I,
YouTube,
yeah.
and for those people who don't love you, screw them. I mean, seriously, I think you doing a channel would be fantastic. Um,
AAP was on um, one of the like AU guys or something, one of the other lives the other night, and I saw him. And they were not talking about me, you, or Cynthia, or anything like that, but they were just talking in general about people coming on there and making comments. And you always got to, every channel has to delete the bad comments. Every channel
right,
get the BS. Everybody gets the BS. Remember,
right,
remember Square Nail Squirrel? He never did anything to anybody in his whole life, and he got bombarded. Oh, you're planting your crap. Da da da. So everybody gets it. Everybody gets it.
right.
But AU guys said, if you don't have haters, he says you're not doing your channel right.
Absolutely, absolutely.
7
Um,
alpacas, 2 sheep, 40 chickens, 2 dogs, and a cat. Mark Davis says.
yeah, Mark's got a farm going on up there. When I first reconnected with Mark, he had would you have four alpacas? Um, He didn't have the sheep. He didn't have the chickens. He had the dogs and the cat. So in the last couple of years, they've added alpacas, they've added sheep, they've added chickens. They're expanding, and it's really it's a joy to go up there and visit because the alpacas are generally friendly, unless they're gonna spit on you. Um, the chickens are cool, and he's got so many chicken eggs, it's crazy. The dogs are fantastic. Once they figure out who you are. Prior to that, man, don't even get out of your vehicle. and the cat's just a sweetheart. So, um, yeah, yeah, Cynthia, look here. You need to do a channel, and you don't have to be on camera. You know,
No. How long?
Be behind.
Showed his face. 2 years.
Yeah. Be behind the camera. Show what you're digging up. Show what you're finding. Show what you're doing.
Show your town.
Show your town. Spread some of that positivity that we love to see for metal detecting. And sure, you're going to see your haters. I met a guy yesterday when I was out, and I watched a few of his videos, and he said, I wrote this down because I thought it was like the best possible scenario of how to deal with things that I've heard. He said, if you don't have bad days, you wouldn't have good days to appreciate. He got T-boned in 2019 in his camper van up in Colorado, flipped it on its side, and destroyed his home because of a girl on the phone texting, blew right through a stop sign and T-boned him, flipped his van over. He didn't get hurt, but his van was destroyed. And every day he said this. Every day when he was cleaning out the old van and getting ready to build the new van, he said, if I didn't have a bad day, I wouldn't have a good day. I wouldn't know what a good day was to appreciate it. I think that's fantastic.
It is, but you know what bothers me, Dennis?
What's that?
If something like that happened to you or me, say.
Yeah.
Where would we go while we were building a new one?
Yeah, I mean, where he went was to a hotel, and he rented a vehicle while he was buying a new one, and you know, I would have to do the same. I'd have to get a hotel room and rent a vehicle so that I could get around to get another vehicle or
because it does happen.
Yeah.
We all say that happened to us, but it does.
Yeah. Knock on wood. It hasn't happened to me yet. And you know, I don't think it makes any difference how slow or cautious you drive, because there are other idiots out there that could very easily run you over or tip your home over.
I'd have to leave my dogs with Cynthia's cats.
Yeah. And so that guy is his name is, if you guys want to check out his channel.
Well, I'm gonna jump off here and let you finish your show.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I'm in my last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
See you, man. So that guy is Chris Nabell, and his channel is called This Week's Adventure. I'll tie a link into the description on this video after I end the show, so you can go through and get to his channel. If I'd been thinking about it this morning, I'd have created or gotten a link. But This Week's Adventure, he's He's an adventure junkie. He's a younger guy, and it was really neat meeting up with somebody that does van life. That he's been in his van for 3 years, and travels the country for snowboarding, for skiing, for one wheel adventures, and skateboards, and bungee jumping, and base jumping, and skydiving. He's really a cool guy. Um, so check out Chris Nabell. If you Google that name, you'll see him pretty quickly. It is not Abel, it's Nobel. Mark Davis has been out there plowing snow since 7. Well, yeah, better you than me, buddy. I'm glad to see you came in this morning, and it was nice to see everybody that came by. So again, we had, of course, Cynthia Swearingen, Mark Davis, Marty's nuts about digging, um, Mark Lewis, who's already left, Felipe, the drone bandit. Plugs for Days stopped by briefly. I was happy to see you here, Plugs. I'm assuming your COVID is better because you got out there and found what I think is probably going to be a one real out there in Idaho. I think you're in Idaho. I'll be looking forward to the to the video that shows us that coin cleaned up, and congratulations, Felipe, for your negative COVID test and nearing the end of your chemo treatments. We'll be continuing to keep you guys in our prayers. Marty's just getting over the virus. Oh, he's in Oregon. Thank you. I knew it was something that started with an O. Thank you, guys. Smash that thumbs up. You know, Mark, I saw the news this morning. You guys got another storm coming, but you probably won't get too much snow. I think a lot of it is up there in the Syracuse band. Thank you for coming, everybody. Affirmation for today is my obstacles are moving out of my way. My path is carved towards greatness. Did Becky come in? Did Becky come in and I missed it? Becky! Becky Davis, thank you so much for stopping by. You know, I'm so glad to see you getting outside and interacting with the alpacas and interacting with your farm family up there. It's such a good feeling for me to see you up and out and doing stuff. And Mark tells me that you're planning on going back to school soon. So hi, welcome. She just got up, Mark says. Well, maybe we can get you guys on the show on Wednesday or Friday to give us an in-person update. I'd really enjoy that, and I know that our viewers here would also enjoy it. Alpacas are the best medicine. I wish I had at least one here, but I don't know where I'd have to put him in the way back. I'm so happy to see you up and around and doing so well. It's inspiring, truly. Unfortunately, we have to call this show the end. I have a IntelliLink doctor's appointment to talk about my thyroid tests, and I don't want to be late for it. Becky says, I'm hoping to go back to norm in February. Friday would be better. Off to Rochester on Wednesday. Well, Becky, you and Mark get a hold of me and let me know what day would be good for you to come up and join me on a live stream. So I'd welcome you up here, and it'd be great to have you. Um, we're at 36 minutes, and I need to sign off. Thank you, Felipe. I appreciate that. It'll be fine. Everything will be good. Thanks everybody for coming by this morning, and I'll see you all again Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Bye, everybody. Have a fantastic day.